I'm so thrilled with this broccoli. I don't know what they are as soon as they start getting going. So I knew it was going to be sunny. There is so much to still harvest in here, ready to go. How strong those electric pruning shears are. Hello and welcome to the allotment. We're down here today because I'm doing some harvesting, which is very, very exciting, and also to give the polytunnel a good water. So let's go and see what I can harvest today. Look at this broccoli. Doesn't that look amazing? It's literally just starting now to bolt. So this was probably the last chance that I had to harvest this. So I'm going to take all of these today. I'm going to give a couple of them away to friends, and we're going to enjoy some of them with my dinner. And then I've also got the spring greens, so I'm going to harvest quite a few of these today. And if you look up here, the kale is starting to flower. So I'm going to leave that to flower, but I'm going to harvest a lot of the leaves today as well. Go and see if the purple sprouting broccoli is doing anything. So if you look in here, that is just starting to sprout up. So very shortly I'll be having some purple sprouting broccoli to enjoy. I'm so thrilled with this broccoli, I really am. It's just been sat here throughout the winter, and look at this amazing harvest I'm going to get now. So look at that basket of greens that I've just harvested. I've got broccoli, kale and spring greens. I'm going to give some of this to my friend that I'm seeing a bit later, and the rest of it we're going to enjoy with roast dinners in the next couple of days. It is a new day, and as you can see I'm in the greenhouse. It's not actually very warm today. It's around 9 degrees, but it just feels cold. There's quite a chill to the air today. There's some nice weather due, I think Wednesday and Thursday. I think Thursday is going to be 19, 20 degrees here, so it's going to be amazing. So I'm setting that aside for a plot day. Spend the day in the sunshine down there. Today I'm going to be doing some odd jobs in the greenhouse. I've got some potting on to do. I finally got some labels. You know what I'm like, making do with everything, but I thought no, I've really run out now. I need to get myself some labels. So I've got some of them. I've got some more peas to sow. I've just got some little odd jobs to do in here, so this is a good time to do it. I mean, it's not the best weather to be outside, but it's quite cozy in the greenhouse and I can get these things done. So the first thing that I wanted to get done was sowing some more peas into this guttering. So I've had a little dig around and I can't seem to see any germinating. I've got a couple that have come through, but I think I'm just gonna re-sow some in here just to make sure that I do get a good selection of peas. If you look up here, these ones are germinating nicely. These are the dwarf ones. These are the climbing peas. So I'm going to re-sow some in here. So I'm just going to make sure the soil is nice and fluffy so that I can just put them on top and then I'll just push them in, I think. And then I'm just going to push them in, and I'll just cover it with a little bit more compost. I'll give them a good water in when I water everything else when I've done my potting on. But I'm going to keep a couple of the peas at the bottom just for use for pea shoots in salad. So I'm going to grow some of them on my windowsill. And I've actually got this little set that I think I can't remember what I had in this last year actually, but I think I'm going to grow them in this and just put that on my windowsill in my kitchen. So that is my peas sown in the guttering and peas sown in some little pots for pea shoots, so microgreens if you like. And you will notice in that soil actually that it's got some orchid bark in there and some perlite and things like that. That will be absolutely fine to grow in there for peas. They're quite large seeds and they'll be able to push through there. And I had the soil left over from potting up something else, so I thought I might as well put it to use, and they'll be absolutely fine in there. But for the rest of my potting on, I have just mixed up some multi-purpose compost and some perlite, and this is what I'll be using now to pot on the rest of my bits. So the first thing I want to be potting on are the chillies that I started a few months ago. I haven't potted them on at all. They're exactly where they were sowed in this small cell tray. So I've got Sweet Ingrid, Salad, Festival, Basket of Fire and Californian Wonder. So I've got a couple of each of some of them and one of each of some of them. So I'm going to get them potted on now. First thing I'm going to do is just fill up my pot. So I've got 6 plants there to pot on. So I'm going to fill that up like that. And then we're going to pot each one on like this and make sure I label them. So I've got Sweet Ingrid on there, and then I'm going to pop that in so I know exactly what that one is. Okay, so I've got Salad Festival now. I'm going to get that out. Like that, try and keep it all together. Pop that in, like that, and just fill in around it. Salad Festival. I've also got 3 chillies that I don't know what they are because this got dropped, I don't know if you remember, and I just put all the soil in and 3 of them did germinate still, but I don't know what they are. So I'm just going to pop them up and they can be my mystery ones. Okay, so next job is to start pricking out all of these cabbages and courgettes that have started germinating and get them into some cell trays. So I've got quite a bit of rocket that's germinated, so I'm just going to use this one here because I think that, yeah, there's 12 cells here and there probably is about 12 little seedlings there. So I'm going to fill this up with compost and then get them transplanted in. UK we call it rocket, and I know in other places of the world it's called arugula. That is actually my question of the day today. Where in the world are you watching me from? I'd love to know whereabouts you are. I've now got some courgettes which I want to put onto their own pots because I want to grow them as big as I possibly can before I plant them out. So these might even be potted on again after this because I'm taking no chances this year, considering last year I had no courgettes. So I'm going to pot them into their own pots and I will pot them on again. Got one here. It's got some good roots on it already. I can actually see a few in here that have germinated, that have still got the seeds on them. So I'm just going to take the seeds off like that, and I am just going to put that on now. Give it a good chance to get going. Is there any more in here? Oh, look how many I did. This is hilarious. There's one. Let's give this a helping hand, shall we? There's one. Have I got another one? Yes, I have. That one's hardly even out of the seed. I'm going to leave that one in there. It's just if they've got real green on them. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to put that one on. That means I've got 5 so far. Okay, now for the cabbages. So I've got red drumheads. So let's do those ones first. Let's try and get these out of here. I'm not sure how together they will be. There you go. So let's start this side. So this will be my red drumheads. One. I mean, how many do you need? That's the question. So red drumhead. So that's that section. Now let's do Offenham. Probably just take a clump like that. So that got 6 on it. Yeah, it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I've only got a few greyhound actually, so I'm just going to put out the 3 and put them at the end. 1. So that's my cabbages potted on, my rocket potted on, my courgettes potted on. I just want to sow some more peas, a different variety, and I always sow some in this metal container that I've got. So these are Shears peas. These are the purple type ones, 2 ones. I'm going to sow them in here, grow them on in here for a while, and then I think I'm actually going to grow these in the garden in my new raised beds. And I'm going to use the rest of this compost that's got a little bit of orchid bark in it. I'm going to use that to just line the bottom of this. And I'm going to sow the seeds on top. I'm just going to use all of these. I'm going to cover it with the compost and perlite that I mixed up earlier. And as soon as they start getting going and get big enough, I'm going to plant them out in my garden, like I say. So I've got quite a lot done today in the greenhouse. I'm really pleased. I'm going to be taking you to the plot when it's really, really sunny actually, so stay tuned. So I knew it was going to be sunny, but I didn't know it was going to be this sunny. It's 20 degrees. It is absolutely glorious down here. The sun is out. I have got my sunglasses on, so apologies, but it is too bright to have them off. I've just got down here. The first thing I need to do is open up the polytunnel because I bet it is absolutely boiling in there. Okay, just from standing here at the edge of the door, I can just feel how hot it is in there. I'm actually going to go around the other side and open the other door as well. There is so much to still harvest in here. I've got so much kale and spring greens. I've still got the shoots from the broccoli. It's absolutely fantastic in here. There's still so much to harvest, but it's so dry in here. So what I'm going to do is give it all a really good water before I do anything else. I'm now just going to give my mini polytunnel a water. This has got the purple sprouting broccoli and the garlic in it. The purple sprouting broccoli is just starting to sprout up and it looks fantastic. My next little job is to try and thin out the branches on this apple tree behind me. Now, as you can see, it's really high up. Prunarbo have actually sent me some electric pruning shears, which are absolutely fantastic. They've also sent me the extension pole that goes with it. So this is a perfect opportunity to thin out the branches up there because I've always found it so hard in the past. So these are the electric pruning shears. They're battery operated, which is a rechargeable battery, which you just charge up. So you can see on the side here, it's got the battery on there and how full the battery is, which is really, really handy. Okay, so to operate this, it is really simple. So insert the battery, which I've done. Long press the power switch for 3 seconds. There you go, that's on. And then it says press the trigger twice quickly to activate. Yeah. There you go. And now it's ready to go. So now I just need to attach this to the extension pole and then get pruning my apple tree. Okay, so I am going to turn it on like that, and then okay, so it's definitely working. So now I need to do the tree. I can't believe I just cut that. So I just have to show you the thickness that has just cut. I mean, that is absolutely huge. That's such a thick branch that has just cut through, no problems at all. I'm not sure what the diameter of that would be. I'd say probably like 2 inches, maybe more. But it just shows how strong those electric pruning shears are. was so easy, and as you can see, I've just taken away so many branches that were all crossing and growing upwards in the wrong directions. As you can see, I've really thinned it out. The last thing I want to do is I just want to take these suckers off. So I am just going to use these just to take these off. So these electric pruning shears really do make light work of any pruning. I will put a link to these in the description of this video. So what I've actually just done as well is I've just chopped up the long pieces so I can use these to help support my peas and things like that. So I'm just going to leave them there actually, and they'll quite happily just sit there until I need them. But I think that's a really nice end to the video actually. I'm going to chill here now for a good 10 minutes and finish off my cup of tea in the sunshine. Thank you so much for watching me today, and I will see you again soon.